Every neighborhood has a house, abandoned, not being occupied. There are 6,000 or more homeless Philadelphians. There are 10,000 plus vacant properties in Philadelphia. Philadelphia has enough properties to solve their issue of homelessness.
Strength to be him or see him in the morning. It's yourself. You can't place the burden on no one else. It's a sad, sad world if you think so. And a beautiful place if you know so. So be the image that you want to see, not the naysaying philosophy. If I never see you again, I'ma need you to take heed to this pen. Keep your head to the sky, your chin to the ground.
This brings us to our segment for the day. We are here dealing with our home court. We are talking about the homelessness and the actual epidemic of homelessness here and our programs and what we have used over the years to survive and strive and thrive in this city and metropolitan area. All right, it's been a city of row homes, and it has caused over 10,000 abandoned properties. Some years, I'm sure even more, much more, but over 10,000 abandoned properties that go on in Philadelphia year after year.
But at first, my mom went and did the groundwork, and she was fishing around for us a house. She was part of a program back then that was called Acorn. And it was like right before HUD and all that. It was like the first thing. And my mom was one of the originals of that organization. And when she picked her house, which was the house we had moved to in Southwest in like 81, 82. On Regent Street in Southwest Philly. So, she must have picked that particular house out of the Acorn program. So the due diligence was to go ahead and, because a lot of people was afraid to even approach the houses. Like you had to deal with the police, and then you had to deal with your own hating people. That, y'all can't come on this block. It was like, and some people shoot you away from the houses, even though it's not.
They still do that,
and that's black on black.
So now you're talking about in the '80s now, 30-something, 40 years ago.
Yeah, your own people, man. And so, that ain't stopped my mom, of course. We ended up picking an address, and then somehow, I don't know how this happened, but somehow the Channel 3 got involved with it over a period of time. When mom started gaining some progress and stuff. We picked the house, we pulled the tent off. But by the time we pulled the tent off the house, we had Channel 3 and the camera was with us. And, to me, that was kind of like hard and odd, because I was at that age where I cared about what everybody else thought and think, how I looked at everybody, my classmates, and things like that. So I didn't know that was going to air all on TV in Philadelphia back then, and then my classmates and everybody would know about it.
Mahasina was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with her 9 children, her brother, and his 2 children, and it was really crowded. But Mahasina told us that all around there were vacant buildings.
We can drive around Philadelphia and you will see block after block, street after street, abandoned houses. Some of them have half a block that have been abandoned. And it's ridiculous.
Mahasina decided to become a squatter. She joined an organization called Acorn that helps people to illegally move into abandoned buildings. The building Mahasina occupied was in terrible condition, and they knew they'd have to work day and night to fix it up.
Got the work cut out. Walking no air.
2 months later, Mahasina's house looked like a palace. That's when the city decided to evict her as an illegal occupant and sell the building. Mahasina fought back.
We set a goal, and we reached it, because we put everything we have in that house, even down to sometimes not wanting to even get up and do it, but we knew we had to get up and do it because we set this goal for ourselves, and I try to instill responsibility in them because they're my responsibility.
Can we get something before she leaves here from downtown today?
Can
we get on the telephone?
I can get on the phone today.
When the city officials let Mahasina stay in her house, she became a hero to the entire neighborhood. 2 years later, we went back to see if everything was still okay.
Mahasina, you're still here. Yes, and the house is coming along fast.
Oh yeah? What'd you do?
Tank so far.
Can I see inside?
Sure. You remember when you was here the last time, the walls were green?
Right.
Well, since it was wallpaper, but I think the next go round, I'm gonna try wood panel because of the last one.
And your kitchen?
Needs work. My grandson.
Oh, you have a grandson, Mahasina. I don't believe it.
My one grandson.
Oh, gee, what's his name?
Abdul.
Abdul.
Uh-huh.
Wow, what a cutie.
But they in Okeechobee, Florida now.
Your daughter moved to Okeechobee?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yep.
Boy, you look pretty proud.
I am. This is it.
So you got a grandson, you still got your house?
Yep.
Uh-huh. And you got plenty of food on the table?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Anything missing?
Nothing at all.
Nothing you'd like to have?
Not really.
So far?
Right.
Pretty good.
I'm happy. Did you know the nicest thing of it all, John, is this piece of paper says that I own it. Lock, stock, and barrel for $14.
All right, so I jumped in a little bit, but so Mom, she ended up going through the due diligence, and we was fixing the house up. The house started turning out real nice. Channel 3 was reporting and documenting the whole thing step by step. So one day my mom came home sad, and we didn't know what was wrong, but City Hall downtown started squeezing on my mom, after they saw how nice the house looked. It was all painted up, like we made it look like the new house. And we was all still young, considerably. I was maybe 12 or 13 at the time. So but anyway, long story short, City Hall got involved, and they was threatening to take the house from my mom with her 9 children. But at that time I think it was only like 6 of us living there. My other 3 was my oldest ones, but they were out the house by this time. And so it became a big thing. So they gave my mom I think it was 2 weeks or 21 days.
Some type of
counting down, to have I think it was $2,000 in taxes or something like that. Something that I know my mom couldn't afford. We couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So and then she was struggling with all of us by herself. Did a hell of a job too. Everybody who came and saw how me and my brothers and I turned out to be gentlemen, and also be references in the hood like proverbs, like the way that our lives went. We had to make our
and Magi the magistrate come to correct the status and set the record straight. Not to exacerbate, but only to elevate humanity from the unbeknownst insanity. Self-induced suffering brings forth calamity. I'm the original Asiatic, Moorish my nationality. Sun-dried, dirty, white, free, and worthy. Rock the fez, turban, kufi, swarthy bed, Sufi's Mastodon and Mufti. Bucking through the Londonfall, boss all zigzag while I go into a law. Taking yogi breath to make time stand still instead of no frill, cheap frill for a weak dollar bill.
So countdown to the last days of the countdown, the last week where we was about to be put back on the street because they wanted their money for the house or whatever. And my mom was in there. She was talking and crying and stuff like that. And at the last minute. The man's name was Mr. Loeb. I want y'all to remember this Caucasian man's name. He was an angel, okay. So and he understood what my mom was doing. Here's a man who had his own piping company, and he said one day he was watching the news, sitting down at his table in his kitchen, and he seen a woman fighting for her rights to have a house for her children. And then he said he looked out his window and saw how he ain't had no neighbors. He got all these acres, nice big space for himself. And kind of like that inspired him to come down to the court and pay for what the courts were squeezing on my mom for. He paid it in full. And got the windows, got the house weatherized and everything after that for my mom. Wow. You know what I mean? So, like, wow. Yeah, Mr. Loeb, he's a good man.
Wow.
He's a good man.
Amen.
God's soldiers come in many forms.
That's right. Like a happy ending, but I would like to do like a follow-up so everybody could see how Miss Mahasina children turned out in this day and time in the future work.
Oh yeah. Because everybody that's in this film, this picture, you want to kind of like catch up to them.
Yeah, and they're all still around and doing well.